Welcome to my lecture on divisibility rules. These are essential to shorten the amount of time that you can possibly waste in tests and exams. So it would be nice if you could commit these to memory and use them during your course of your maths walk at school. If you're not already following me on my channel, it would be nice to have you as a subscriber. All you have to do is press subscribe here, and I can see you daily in my lectures. Right, the first is divisibility. What a tongue-tying word. The first divisibility rule, I've got to say that slowly, is that even numbers are divisible by 2. So any number that is an even number, 2 will be a factor. So put that one in your memory. 2 will always go into even numbers. Then, if the sum of the digits are divisible by 3, then the number is divisible by 3. In other words, 3 will be a factor. So let's look at some examples, because this is a bit of a mouthful here at the top. The sum means if you add them up, the digits, there's digits of 12, 1 and 2. So we're going to add up 1 plus 2 equals 3. 3 will be a factor there. 3 plus 3, 33. 3 plus 3 equals 6. 3 will be a factor there. 180 will be 1 plus 8 plus 0, so it comes to 9. 3 will be a factor there. 2 plus 4 plus 3 for 243. 2 plus 4 is 6 plus 3, 9. 3 will be a factor there. So the digits, if the digits add up, you take the number, you break it into its digits. If they add up to something that 3 can go into, then it is divisible by 3. Okay. Right, next one. If the number ends with 0 or 5, then it's divisible by 5. You know that from your 5 times table, because 5 would be 5, 10, 15, 20. 5, 0, 5, 0. So you can see the pattern. So if they end in a 0 or 5, a 5 will be a factor. Okay, got it? So we've got here 105. 120, there's a 0. This number ends in a 0. This number ends in a 0. So 5 will be one of the factors. If the number is divisible by both 2 and 3, 2 and 3, then the number is divisible by 6. Okay, so we have here 12. 2 is a factor, 3 is a factor, that means 6 is also a factor. 24, 2 can go in there, 3 can go in there, that means 6 can also go in there. 18, 2 can go in, 3 can go in, that means 6 can also. Okay, but it has to be, very important, and 2 and 3, then 6 will be a factor. Okay, if the number ends with a 0, the number is divisible by 10. And that's a nice easy one. We all know our 10 times table always ends in a 0. Okay, so that's a nice easy one to commit to memory. And then, if the sum, in other words, numbers added up, of the digits is divisible by 9, then the number is divisible by 9. So let's look at this. What they really mean here is, these are the digits, you add them up. 1 plus 8 equals 9. 9 can go into 9, so 9 will be a factor. 8 plus 1, 81. 8 plus 1 equals 9. 9 can go into it. 99. 9 plus 9 is 18. So 9 can go into 18, so 9 will be a factor. 36. 3 plus 6 is 9. So 9 will be a factor of 36. 45. 4 plus 5 is 9. So 9 will go into 45. And we know that because of our 9 times table. We understand those. But you can apply it to very big numbers too, so that it's easy to use these rules to figure out if 9 is a factor. Okay, so these rules will make life a lot simpler for you to cut time down when you're trying to find factors and to sort out what you're going to divide by to reduce fractions and so forth. I hope that you enjoyed this video.